Hey y'all, Exile here. Today I'm also talking about Ethereum restart, well, as usual. Anyways, let's get right into it. The topic for today is going to be Grim Pursuit. This is how you get your, I guess you could call them pets. In this game, they're called shells. They are these cute little things that give you pretty insane buffs, and they can do decent damage. Some of them increase your speed. This Agent Lizard is just like burst damage for my Messiah. That's literally all he does. Um, Cute little thing, deadly little thing, but that's about it. Anyways, what we're talking about is how to get these, what they're good for, all that good stuff. So it's not going to be a long one, just relatively short video today. So, anyways, where you're getting them from is Grim Pursuit. These are little boss battles. They usually don't take too long. You start off with just Jaquez, but as you beat them in different modes, you open up other ones. I've gotten all the way to Whitney, which is a relatively difficult fight, but there's certain shells that you're gonna want to actually farm for that will help you out more than others. So like, if we take a look at what Jaquez has, um, like yes, I'm using Agent Lizard for one of my characters strictly because it does a lot of damage. Um, Aside from that, none of these other ones really have any boost that's too useful. So like once you clear this out, like you might not even want a 3 star. You might just want to clear it to get on to the next one. Shadowrunner has one shell of interest, which is this unbridled science. Now this one isn't too bad, and the reason why is that after the user who's wearing it takes an action, this increases their turn meter by 30%. Uh, that's pretty huge. So like you'll see me running this on some of my other characters that I want to be speedy characters. So for a speed build, this dude's good. Like, um, Phantom Cat I've used before. I've never used this owl. I've just had no reason to. Um, I'm actually using this one here on one of my characters as well, and it's basically for this crit damage that you see here. Can you guess which character? Yes, it's Myrosa. Because Myrosa is a crit character, I figured, okay, probably good to use a shell that's related to that and ups my crit damage. So it's useful for that. Now, beyond that, like I think this one's a speed. Uh, reduce the next skill cooldown. It's skill cooldown, so like, mm, I think I have this on one character, and that's about it. Now, from what I've heard from people who are a lot higher up than me, uh, they're saying don't waste on any of these lower ones and strictly go for the higher tiered ones, like these. These are your mythic ones. Honestly, I haven't run into any problems using the ones that I have, and it's strictly because like you gotta get here first. Now, I've done things the way that I've gone through and progressed, and maybe I've done that completely wrong, and that's why I've needed to waste resources on other shells. I mean, in which case, like maybe things would have been different if I had a tank character like Tiamat or something like that. I don't really know, and I'm not even gonna look into that at all because going live, I'm gonna be doing things in a slightly different fashion, anyways, and maybe gearing up isn't gonna be as necessary. One of the cool things about Grim Pursuit is as you get to these higher tiers, you get shells that actually can dispel debuffs. That's going to be huge for PvP. So, like, that's something that needs to be looked into and tested as well. And I fully expect to do that once we're out of beta and we're in live. But that right there is Grim Pursuit in a nutshell. Uh, you don't have to go hard on trying to level your shells and stuff like that, but they are helpful. They do give you stat boosts. They do give you um, extra speed and stuff like that. Some of them have some incredible buffs, and some of them just do a ton of damage. So, I plus if you're into collecting cute little things, maybe that's your deal. Uh, they are pretty interesting and cute little creatures. So, like maybe that floats your boat as well. But either way, I highly recommend like at least clearing them. Like every time you clear them, you get rewards. So like in the case of Whitney, if I was to clear this, I'm getting one pull, and guaranteed. Um, you're gonna get guaranteed shells. So like in this case, the first time clear gets me this shell. Um, it's got life leech. That might be useful for survivability sets. But anyways, oh, another thing to talk about with shells though is actually this right here. So they're also going to be giving you onslaught or some of your other like swift rush. So they're gonna feed into that count as well. Which, if you get some good ones, they can actually it can actually help round out your set. So, like in this case, we've got two Swift Rush, one Onslaught. Um, so you can mix and match like really well with these. But that's another important side to these shells is that they can help you kind of balance out your build or mix and match. And the most I've seen so far is like 3 and 3 on on the skill effects. So like it would be like 3 onslaught and 3 swift rush. So, anyways, huge important part of the gameplay. But aside from that, that's really all there is to it. So, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit the like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Peace.